What is up, folks? This is Johnny Bnq coming back at you with another episode of the Bnq and Goof show. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Before we get started today, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. But we're going to get right into it today. Not a whole lot going on except for a great game for the Sixers last night. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Last second 3-point buzzer beater for Joel Embiid. Game winner, 3-pointer at the last second or whatever. Great game for those guys. I think it again shows just how we're at the top level. We're able to beat the top level teams in the NBA, except for the Celtics apparently. So, as far as I'm aware, the current standings are still Milwaukee 1, Celtics 2, us 3. But we're 2-0 against the Bucks this year, if I'm correct on that. But we're 0-2 as far as I'm aware against the Celtics, I'm pretty sure. But we have one more game against each team. So that can really kind of give us an impression of how the playoffs are going to go. Maybe, just because a series goes a certain way in a regular season doesn't exactly guarantee that it'll go exactly the same in the playoffs, obviously. But I'm still confident that we did pretty good. We've done pretty well against the Bucks this year so far in the regular season. So hopefully we'd have similar success against them in the playoffs. But that, if the seeds hold up to what the standings are right now, we'd be facing them in the Eastern Conference Finals. But we would have to get past the Celtics, which I still think is our biggest obstacle, not just on the way to winning the East, but also winning an NBA championship. I think they're our biggest hurdle. Unfortunately, as much as I don't want to give any props or praise to the Celtics, that's just the fact of the matter. There's no way of avoiding that is our biggest hurdle this season so far. But again, we looked great last night, and that if we play that way for the rest of the season, against these top teams in the moments that matter the most, such as in the playoffs, Eastern Conference Finals, semifinals, whatever, then I think we can win. It's just, I don't know what the deal is. We don't play that way against the Celtics, when we play them. Or maybe they just have our number. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to think that that's true, but maybe that's the case. We'll just have to wait until the playoffs. But other than the Sixers, it's still looking good for them. They have a pretty solid record already, over 40 wins. So, there's nothing to panic about. It's just we'll just have to wait and see to the playoffs and see how those matchups play out. Hopefully it's hopefully they play their best basketball in the playoffs. But moving on, a little bit of Flyers news. They had a couple of trades, nothing major. We didn't get anything super, noteworthy out of it. We got a couple 5th and 6th round picks, so not a whole lot to talk about there. It's nothing to really shift the needle, obviously, which I didn't figure we really would have any major deals. It's not like we really have any guys that would really garner a big trade for him. Meaning I don't think there's really any guys we get like a big haul for, or any guys we could like swap superstars for. And really those types of big blockbuster trades, I'm not a super big into hockey, but I just don't think those big superstar type trades that you'd see in the NBA at the deadline, I don't think those really happen as often, if at all, in the NHL. Or at least not as often, I'm pretty sure. It has to happen every now. But anyway, you get my point. So I wasn't really expecting anything, earth-shattering to occur as far as trades for the Flyers. And then they've been winning some and they've been losing some. I think we're all, again, pretty much under the impression that the Flyers are. Well, now that we're under the impression, they've pretty much come out and said they're rebuilding the rest of the year. So, there's not really much of anything to really expect from them for the rest of the year, unfortunately. But, hopefully, I have trust, they'll build something good in the next couple of years, hopefully, but you never know. So let's just look forward to the future for them, I guess. That's really all I got. I know there's some conference tournaments for Drexel this weekend. I didn't really see the results, I'm not going to lie. I'll have to look that up and maybe make a blog post about it tomorrow. Yeah, that's really all I got. Well, here's a quick thing. The fights last night. I made a prediction that John Jones would, if you see my blog, I made this prediction. But I had made a prediction that John Jones would walk through Cyril Gahn, easily take him down and submit him. Or I'll grapple him. I don't know if I specifically said he would submit him. But, you watched the fight last night. He takes him down, submits him first round. Easy work, it looked like, So, basically, I just want to say I called it. It's not really news. It's just I like to brag about things like this. So, maybe I know what I'm talking about sometimes. So, yeah, I did bet a famous comedian's house that I would win and that he would easily win that fight. So I was right. So I don't know how it works, but somebody owes me a house. Somebody owes me his house, but he also made that bet. So someone owes both of us 2 of his houses, I think, is how it works. I think how it works is someone owes us 2 houses that are his. Or something comparable, at least. I believe that's the case. But anyway, that's all I got for this week. Thank you for watching or listening or whatever. Again, make sure to like and comment and subscribe. And check out the blogs. Check out all my other channels and stuff. The links are in the description, of course, as per usual. Let's go Sixers. Let's go Drexel. Bing bong. And life rips. What is up?